Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to our RPG Maker project. So I didn't do a stream last week, but if you didn't see my update video, I did do a lot of work. The mines have now been fully populated, fully decorated. I built the pyramid and made everything in it work. There's a lot of new cool stuff that I have added. And today we are going to get to some more stuff. We've got to build like a boss fight. Here in the mines, where I'm pretty sure we labeled everything in this area for random encounters, which is good. And last time, I had set up what is going to be the boss, which is the Worm Queen, which we are going to get around to. I have a basic idea for it. New enemies in the pyramid that I built last time. Well, last week. Got Scorpion, Snake Charmer, Sand Lizard. Honestly, pretty good stuff. New skills all around. Just some real good stuff. For the sake of having some kind of thing they can do, Maltermite, the Pepsi Mancer, is now going to have like just a basic attack that they can do. It's not the most impressive thing, but I mean, It works. And yes, it does cost 40 MP because, well, Maltermite has a crap ton of HP. Like, even when they just join the party, they're either 597 or 696, so. Yeah. So I've got some ideas for how I want to design this boss fight. But first, let's actually look at some of the ideas and suggestions we've had and sort of consolidate them a little bit. So everything here is basically in-game story stuff. Those suggestions. Vendrix had suggested... Right, Aoki had suggested the pyramid in the traps and stuff, an upgrade for Ryu found inside. We took care of that. We've also got... This is one that I've been sitting on for a while. Lord of the Rings memes and the Revival Pepsi. So we are going to consolidate those ideas into the Gorilla the White side quest. And I should probably switch to my other keyboard so I am not doing loud clickety clacks. Here we go. So how is this going to work? So when you get a Diet Pepsi, which is the revival item, because Diet Pepsi is the healthiest, you can take it back to where you fought the first boss and revive the gorilla. who returns as Gorilla with a lot of guns, the White, and activates his side quest, which is a bunch of Lord of the Rings memes. Eventually letting you fight Gorilla the White, and gives a choice to spare or kill them. So this is how we are going to get to this amazing idea from Silver and Vendrix, as well as integrating Oberon's suggestion. So this is the whole Gorilla the White side quest. Inside jokes from my D&D sessions, still working on exactly how I want to do that. Obviously, at this point, all the consumables are flavors of Pepsi. We've pretty much gotten that taken care of. Okay, so I think that does it for the notes update. I will say, though, not every consumable is going to be Pepsi. And that is because I have now added this game's equivalent of the Final Fantasy item we call the Elixir, which restores all their health and stamina, and it is specifically Dr. Pepper, which is unique among soft drinks as it is one of the few that is actually not based on cola. In case you don't know, cola is actually a substance that goes into soda pop. Most soda pop is cola derived. Dr. Pepper is specifically not cola derived. It is actually a spice derived soda. And that's actually, there's some legalese around it, but this is actually the reason, because it's actually not a cola-based drink, that Dr. Pepper is able to exist in a little bit of a gray area, which lets it legally serve at establishments that serve both Coke and Pepsi. So we're getting into the deep, soft drink lore here. I know that's what everyone comes to this channel for, or I assume they would if anyone came to this channel. So yes, Dr. Pepper is the elixir. There is one more suggestion that I actually hadn't put on this list, and this one came from a friend of mine. And she had suggested that we have something that lists the locations that the character has already been to. Something that can, provide more information about them. So I'm going to start the stream. The first thing I'm going to build is the lore room. So let's put on something for that. Town 4, why not? Okay. So the way I am going to build the lore room is going to be here in Spire Town. Now, we actually have a large area behind the Spire where we don't have, another establishment. I did add a couple establishments to towns, but what I'm going to do is have a little side passage here. Okay. And I mean, to be honest, there's no reason not to just expand the width of this room. I've already got the space for it, so let's build this area. We're just gonna make it all black first, just because it's easier for me to see it visually. So it's gonna be shaped a bit like this. And here's the concrete sort of looking walls. We're going to put like that. And then just a slightly different floor texture in here. And then just a bit of cobblestone in the in-between. So what we're going to do in this room is have a bunch of books on tables that are able to appear as the player progresses through the game. And then these books will tell a little bit of information about the world. So we need... let's do it like this. And these are going to be on the same level as the characters, triggered with the action button. When you interact with them, it plays a sound effect of opening a book. There we go. Then it will change this event's image. Am I not able... I don't think I'm able to access the tile set from here. So I think we're just going to have to abandon that and just have like an open book. Okay. So the starting town, I'm pretty sure I called it Glarf. Yeah, the village of Glarf. So we're going to do a little bit of lore on Glarf. And just for the hell of it, we're going to put an event here that we can just copy later. Okay. Glarf Village. Or, no. I think the book is titled Glarf Village. Do you want to read it? And then we'll just have the choices, yes or no. We will change it so that if you say yes, it plays the book sound effect. Is there really no way to alter the events? Oh! Oh, of course. I'm being silly. Okay. Alright. What we do is we add a self switch. The self switch, when it is on, can specifically call the tile sets. So we do this to open it. So it plays a sound, it activates the self switch. And if you say no, that you don't want it, then do we have a sound for closing a book? That That works well enough. Okay. So then it will say no. It will turn off the self switch, which will close the book. Okay. So this is the template for all the lore books that we are going to use. So now, I can start adding some lore. Glarf is a small fishing village nestled between the forest and the lake west of Spiretown. I mean, honestly, that's all I've got off the top of my head for the lore of Glarf. The second location we have been to is the forest. I will definitely expand on this as ideas come to mind over time. Okay, we are definitely turning these down because they are so damn loud. Alright. So, let's take a look at some of the new stuff. Ah, need a black thing behind there. We actually have a shop here with a few good things. And over here we have an inn where you can stay. Does the inn function? Okay. Nice, good sound. We've got a save crystal outside of the inn. So, does my book idea work? No. Okay. So, the lore books work. We also know that we need to add, like, a blank dark space behind these doors so that they at least open up into nothing like they should. Ooh, oh yeah, that looks so much better. Okay. Not bad. All right, let's add a few more lore books. We're not gonna get like really deep into it right now. I think the best thing we can say about the forest is that it's inhabited by cat boys, I guess. Okay. The forests to the west of Spiretown are the home of a race of sapient but feral cat boys who spend their days hunting, stalking, or harassing both the local wildlife and those passing through. Okay, there's a tiny bit of lore for the thing. We also need to close the books when they are done, which I did not have set. Okay, good. The third one is going to be for Spire Town. The next one is going to be for the Pyramid. And then the one after that is going to be for the Bottle Cap Mines, which turns on when Maltermite joins. So this book is Spire Town. The Great Spire for which Spire Town is named is far older than the town itself. Excavations reveal that numerous settlements have been built and raised in the area over thousands of years. Yet none of the artifacts uncovered reveal anything about when the spire was built or how. It has stood stalwart since time immemorial. Nobody knows how high it reaches, despite hundreds of attempts to reach the top. If the spire has an apex, it is beyond the reach of modern technology or thaumaturgy. Big fancy word for magic. Lookout posts built onto the spire in more recent times make it the perfect place to observe the happenings of the wider world. There we go. Okay, so now we have some lore for Spire Town. The Pyramid will be the next book. Did I actually give the Pyramid a name? Hello, I really enjoyed the Pyramid, especially the spikes beside the skeletons. I'm glad that you liked that. I put a lot of work into making the Pyramid a very interesting experience. I pulled out a lot of my tricks for that one, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. It's titled The Tricky Pyramid. Do you want to read it? Sure. One of the great dungeons designed by the Guild of Dungeon Makers. The Tricky Pyramid serves as a place for adventurers to test their minds and bodies. What am I going to do today? Well, first I'm going to finish doing this. Then I'm going to design a boss fight for the mines. And then I'm going to start building a snowy mountain. Which should be interesting. Building mountainscapes is actually fairly complex. So I'm looking forward to doing some nice terraining today. And seeing what other kinds of crazy ideas we can add to the project along the way. Serves as a place for adventurers to test their minds and bodies. All who can brave the pyramid's dangers are said to grow more powerful. There we go. Okay, that looks like lore for the pyramid. And then the last piece of lore for today is the bottle cap mines. Okay. And this is just going to say, for all the intrigue that the Spire brings. No, for all the intrigue that the Spire inspires. Just to have a really weird set of words there. It is the wealth of the mines in the nearby mountains that make Spire Town so rich. Bottle caps are excavated. Bottle cap ore is excavated from veins near the surface and then refined into beautiful, pristine toppers for everybody's favorite type of Pepsi. Oh, and sometimes they find gold or platinum or orichalcum or mithril. But no one really cares about those. There we go. The lore for the bottle cap mines. Oh, and sometimes they find gold or platinum or orichalcum or mithril, but no one really cares about those. Alright, there we go. We can get more info about the games from those books? Yes, that is the idea. For every new location you unlock, a book will appear in this part of the information center, and those books will provide some lore. They will give a little bit more information on that part of the world and, the sort of stuff that goes on there. Ooh, I think this tile works. There we go. And we're going to have someone standing here. Just another basic employee. And through here, we'll say, past here is the Archive of Lore. You can learn more about all of the places you have traveled to. Cool. Is traveled 1L or 2? That doesn't help me. No, really, it's traveled 1L or 2. Whatever. Okay. Let's actually go through now. I've got a few folks watching. So let's actually go and see the pyramid that I built last week. Unlock Malter Might just to see how it all works. Okay. I did want to put... Alright. Notes. Book sound each time the dialogue is advanced. Minus the first time, since that interferes with the confirmation bleep. Okay? Cool. And you've got dialogue, right? Yes. You are still looking for your missing son. I'm sure he'll turn up sooner or later. We probably don't need to worry about that. Alright. So the pyramid should be inaccessible to me right now. Good. Can't get through. And gate won't open from this side. Perfect. So far, this is working just the way I want it to. So if everything is working properly, this door will not open. It's got some kind of combination lock. You'd have to be some kind of a Pepsi wizard to get through this door. A Pepsi wizard, you say? Where could we possibly hope to find someone like that? Good. Alright, let's go recruit our newest party member. Hello. Sir, I am telling you that the deep caverns are too dangerous. And I'm telling you I'll be fine. Letting you go alone would be as good as killing you myself. I'm trying to save your damn life, you fool. Blast it, I'm no weakling. I've got enough Pepsi running through my veins that I'm practically a god! Your delusions are not helping your cause. I don't know what you've been drinking, but you need to go sleep it off. Now. But I won't be going alone. These fine folks are coming with me. Shut up, just play along. Toss a few caps your way, so zip it. Fine, whatever. Get yourself killed. Won't even be worth doing the paperwork. Are you planning to make a teleport item or skill? Yes. So, once you get to the town beyond the mountains, I will be creating the Pepsi Portation service, which will allow fast travel to the major towns. So that's going to be a thing that'll happen. And since it is Pepsi themed, it means that as he levels up, Malter Might can gain the ability to teleport as well. Thanks, folks. Y'all are all right. Quite the looker you are. Whoa, slow down there, Granny. I ain't had that much Pepsi. Worth a shot. What are y'all doing here? Don't look like diggers. We are making for the deeper areas of the mountains, looking for an old dragon's nest. Oh, are you now? Sounds lucrative. You know, I hear the deeper parts of these caves are pretty dangerous. We might be better off going together. Oh, you didn't seem too worried a moment ago. That is the wrong version of 2. 2 in Maltermite intro. I just don't want anything bad to happen to such a pretty young lady, of course. You're not fooling anybody here. But you still might be right. I'm Thatcher, and this fine young dragon here is Ryu. Name's Malter. Maltermite the Pepsi Man. Let's work our way north. That's where the old caverns are. Got a few bottles of the good stuff on me. You're welcome to those too. Malter gave you 3 bottles of Pepsi Monster. So I should now have 3 bottles of Pepsi Monster. Malter does not have the skill I wanted him to. That I actually do need to kind of... Oh. Of course, because he learns it on the next level. Nice. But anyway, I can fix the dialogue while I'm here. Here we go. You didn't seem too worried a moment ago. And then the other thing was to adjust the book sounds. Yes. Okay. Because it does play a book sound when you first open it, so I don't need to repeat that except after the dialogue boxes. Okay, and one right there. Done. Okay, let's go back in. Alright, and this time we're just going to debug fast walk through walls and everything. Because that's just a thing I can do. And we already saw all of this. Okay. Dialogue happens before she's completely off screen. That's what I was trying to aim for. Cool. That seems to work. Want to rest for a bit. Sure. Is that working? That seems to work. We're going to have to remove gold piles by the foreman, just so you can actually get to their dialogue. Just remember, I tried to warn you. Good. So, the mines have now been fleshed out. They're fully decorated. There's a lot of stuff lying around. Right. Okay. We're going to have to fix the mine treasure chests to have the correct opening, image, and sound level, because that was a bit loud. Best stand clear. Walls are a bit iffy in this shaft. Are they all broken? No, that one worked. We get to keep a flat 10% of the bottle caps we dig out on top of regular play. Not a bad deal. That one works. Good day. Thinking of joining up with the mining guild. No, I am not. Five bottle caps. 5 bottle caps. That is so loud. Okay. This way leads out of the mines toward the town of Kekik. They're not terribly impressive, but the mines do seem to at least work aesthetically, I think. Okay. All of those chests are functioning the way they should, except for being too loud. And up here... 5 bottle caps. 5 bottle caps. Looks nice if we can get on a truck. Bottle caps, bottle caps. Good quality caps for sure. Okay. So those are all working fine. Be careful, you'll find in... You'll find... Okay, wrong word in Deep Mines intro. I swear at least one of these gives you Pepsi. Yeah, here we go, here we go. 5 bottle caps, 5 bottle caps, 5 bottles of Pepsi. That is definitely 5 bottles of Pepsi. The values look right for the caps. Okay, so as I've stepped here, now there should be no random encounters until I get to this point. Ah. Okay, I have that turned on wrong. So, adjust Malter tutorial to event touch. Because I had to actually press a button to activate that. Okay, resilient egg emerged. So we all try to hit, we don't do anything. Okay, I don't think it should be cursing itself. Change eggs so they don't curse themselves. We're not even scratching it. Don't you worry none. My bottle cap ring can break through any defense. And these things ain't all that tough, really. Just a few caps will be enough to shatter them. Okay. So, bottle cap rain. I also made bottle cap rain cheaper. The lowest cost for bottle cap rain is now 5% of the money you have. A 20th of what you've got. Which I think is entirely appropriate. And then it goes up to 10%. And then finally 20%. So even at its highest level, bottle cap rain is now a fair bit weaker. And, I mean, another thing about why you wouldn't spam bottle cap rain is because it's going to get weaker every successive time you use it in a battle. So here, we can just deal this. How much damage would you like to deal? I do want to clarify that it costs the same amount. Clarify that bottle cap rain uses money to deal damage. Okay, and then you win. And you get the money. There we go. So now random encounters are activated in this area. So the next thing I will do is go save. And I will check out the pyramid next. But we should have just unlocked the bottle cap mines information, and we did. Okay. Cool. That works. Yeah, alright, so let's actually go about fixing some stuff here. We're just going to go in order. First thing we want to do is remove the gold piles by the foreman so that she's actually accessible. The next thing we want to do is change this chest. Then we're going to way turn down this sound. I'm curious, like, if I make a new treasure here, just uses the default chest sound at a volume of 90. Is there anything I can do to change that by default? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So I'm just going to have to remember to change these manually, which is a bit of a hassle, but mostly it's a hassle when I'm when I've already got a bunch of them placed. Just doing it at the time won't be so bad. So let me just put on some music while I make these quick adjustments. Okay. Okay. Adjust this one. Adjust that one. Adjust that one. Just a few more to go. Okay. And I'm probably going to have to adjust like every other chest that I've already put in this game. But I will just do the mines for now. I can make the rest of the changes in between streams. Like, no one is going to care or frankly notice if I go and adjust all these in between my streams. It's just not something that matters that much. Okay. But I do at least want all the mine ones done. Since this is the area where I have, like, the most treasure chests. Okay. So that's taken care of. Next things, also here in the mines. We want to make this in Event Touch. It's not that it's hard work, it's just tedious, that's all. So now the tutorial will work the way it should, and be careful, you'll find dangerous creatures if you go any further north, nothing up that way anyhow, except for an old exit leading to the mountains. Okay. Dialogue has been adjusted. And we're just going to adjust the ceiling tiles here. Okay. So we have to make sure that the eggs don't actually, like, curse themselves. That is the next thing. Okay, hatching adds cursed to them. Why did I add cursed again? What does that do? Okay, so there's... Right. I had it do this... I had it do this so that they could actually have an animation on themselves. So, if your ability does no damage, has no effects, then it won't actually show the animation. It has to have some kind of an effect in order to have the animation. That's why I had it add a state. Previously it was a state that did nothing, but now I'm using that slot for the cursed status. So I specifically created an area called the null animation state, a state which has no effects, but is still technically applied, so the animation still works. And then... spend how many... No. How many bottle caps will you spend? You will deal an equal amount of damage to each enemy. There we go. So now the bottle cap rain is more clearly clarified. All right. So the last thing I want to do... Oh! No wonder I never get the bottle cap rain animations. I've been doing the animations after the enemies are dead. No, they have to be alive in order to get the animations. That's how it works. Okay, alright, that makes a little bit more sense. As far as this goes, I already have encounters turned on. So I can test that. Now, for the worm boss, we are also going to add 2 resilient eggs. Okay. And the Worm Queen is going to have 2,000 health. She's going to have a move... we're just going to call it... I really need, like, a new area just for monster skills. Alright, we'll go down to, like... I don't know, 330. And we'll just say monster skills. Okay. There we go. So, a skill that I want this thing to have is it's just going to... So it's just going to take off 10% of everybody's health. So that would be B MMP or BMHP. Yeah, B.MHP over 100 times 10. Okay. So that should do 10% damage to whoever it hits. And the descriptions don't really matter, so 10% damage to all targets. Violently shakes the ground. That works well enough for that. Okay. So that's going to be one of the skills that the Worm Queen has. Okay. We're gonna have it award 150 gold. Alright, 200 gold and 120 experience. Crank up its speed, crank up its attack. Okay, just like that. How about making a bind state for the worm boss? That is an excellent idea. We can give it a paralysis effect. Paralyzed and can't move. This looks fine. So this is just going to be a copy of paralysis. Is bound and can't move, is bound, is no longer bound. Okay. Cool. So now we just want to copy one of the abilities here. And this is just going to be bind. And inflicts bind. Wraps around its target. A bind skill. Yeah, this is going to be a bind skill that does a blind state. With 100% success. But it's not going to do any damage. Ooh. Ooh. I can make it a poison effect too. So that while they're being squeezed, they're also taking damage like if they were poisoned. Okay. So this is also going to... How does a poison work? Okay. It's HP regeneration minus 5% every turn it's applied. Okay. Wraps around its target. So let's find a better animation for that. Ooh. That might work. Okay, that could be a bit like a squeeze. Okay. So now it's got a bind ability. So it is not going to do this very often. We're going to say that on turn 3, and then every, let's say 5 turns after that. And we'll just make it last a little bit shorter, just for fairness. And then the earthquake, we're going to have that do that on turn 2, and then... every 7... Okay. So attack is going to be the lowest priority. Okay. So if this works, on a turn where it's supposed to use bind, it should always use bind. On a turn where it's supposed to use earthquake, it should always use earthquake, and otherwise it'll just attack. Okay, I think that will work. Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's pop down the enrichment. Oof. Okay, that... Okay. Okay, so it should be bound. Oh, that's a cool looking effect. I like that. Go for bottle cap rain. Yeah, you don't have any because we're battle testing. And he does lose HP each turn he's bound. So it should be time for Earthquake. Right? Have I just missed Earthquake? That was perfect. I just want to make sure if this thing could basically be auto-attacked to death. Is it possible to show an enemy's elemental weakness during battle? Most likely, yes. I will add that to the list of things to add. Add in elemental, or add in enemy weakness indication system. I might just need to have like a skill that reveals weaknesses, like a scan or something. But I can definitely make that work. I can build that kind of a system. So the first thing we're going to do is when the Worm Queen's health is at 75% or below, it is going to reveal the first resilient egg. And it will say the Worm Queen laid an egg. Okay. And then this is going to happen again when she's below 50%. Actually, let's make it 30 and 60. And that will make egg number 3 appear. So now I need a new trigger. So the condition is when the Worm Queen's health is 60% or below, hold on. Let me think here. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. It's using hatching 47, hatching 46. Okay. So on turn 1, it uses hatching. Then on turn 2, it uses the second hatching. Okay, if I do this, will it count turns since the egg appeared? Or will it count, like, turns during the actual, like, the entire fight? I'm going to assume, like, okay, my idea here was to have the Worm Queen spit out a couple of eggs, and then they would hatch. But I am not sure how to trigger a timed event. Hold on. I'm wrong. I do know how to trigger a timed event. Okay. So we're going to have an event that happens once every turn if their HP is under 60%. And that is going to be the same thing that I do with the egg. Okay. So I have three things that I have the eggs do in their system. So we're just going to copy these. And then we are going to adjust this to Resilient Egg 1. And then Force Action, Resilient Egg. And then Resilient Egg. And then Resilient Egg. And then Resilient Egg. Okay. So you need to get rid of these eggs. So now I just have to add some conditionals into here to make sure that none of this stuff triggers if the egg is dead. So conditional branch if this, all right, this is going to be temp A and this is going to be temp B for running parallel processes. So if temp B A is equal to 0, and we're going to need an else branch here. If temp A is equal to 0, actually no, the master thing should be if enemy. Oh. Okay. If the enemy has appeared, if the resilient egg has appeared in the fight, and if temp is A, then you do the hatching command, and then you increase temp A, you add 1. Okay. So if temp A is not equal to 0, then we do a check to see if temp A is equal to 1. And if temp A is equal to 1, then it does the hatching command 2 and increase temp A by 1. Otherwise, if temp A is equal to 2, then it hatches it. Okay. Hold on. This won't work. I have to adjust this. If temp A is greater than or equal to 0. Temp 1 is greater than or equal to 1. If temp 2 is greater than or equal to 2. So, in theory, this will make the egg hatch. I don't know if it will stop if the egg dies. So let's give it a shot. Let's just see if the egg hatches. Okay. Honestly, just go line goes up. I'm gonna need the bottle cap rain to test this. Cool. Now, Malter's gonna need a little bit of stamina. Okay. So bottle cap rain now works for this testing. Okay. So I want to see it lay an egg. Okay, the Worm Queen laid an egg. The Worm Queen laid an egg. Yes! Okay. So now I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to auto-attack, and if this works, the egg should hatch. Okay, the hatching animation's going to the wrong place, that's fine. Okay, hatching. You're not advancing in your hatching. Okay. Okay. So I didn't make it work. I'm sure it's just because of these. Okay. So I think my problem was that I was getting stuck inside my own stuff here. Temp A. Okay. So we need this one here. And then this needs to leave. We don't need an else branch to put it here. Okay, so now if the enemy has appeared, force action, egg hatching. Hatching should only hit the user, so that should solve the animation issue. Okay. So, if the egg has appeared, then once per turn, it will first check if the temp A is equal to 0. If it is, it will do its first hatching and increase temp A by 1. After it has done that, it will attempt to check for if temp A equals 1. Oh, okay. No. I need these in reverse order. I need these in reverse order, otherwise it will finish temp A, but then it will be 2, and it will attempt to activate the next one. So I need them in reverse order, so that first it will check if temp A is equal to 2, and if it is, carry out this. And then it will check for 1, and then it will check for 0. That way it will not trigger them sequentially. Okay. I think that is going to work. Alright, let's go in for the attacks. Okay, Malter, line goes up. Cool. So you can get a Dr. Pepper. Oh yeah, this can actually get tough if Malter gets bound up when the egg appears. Okay, the Worm Queen laid an egg. Okay, good. The correct egg is hatching, about to hatch. And then it actually hatches. Hell yes. Hell yes. I made that work. I absolutely made that work. It is a little too fast, though. So we are going to slow it down by a turn. And on this turn, it's not actually going to do any action whatsoever. So that should be a little more manageable. So now that I've gotten all of this to work, we're going to add another one that activates once the Worm Queen is below 30%. And so this is a fight that can either go extremely easily or it can go super bad. And all of these are going to be on the temp B variable so that the two abilities can actually count up independently of each other. Which means that we just have to change all of these little counters here. Which really isn't that much of a problem. Okay. We'd like to an all-targeting skill because we have multiple enemies in this boss battle. Bottle Cap Rain. Bottle Cap Rain is the multi-target ability, and the eggs are too difficult. The eggs have too much defense to be hurt by normal attacks. The way you're supposed to kill eggs is by doing Bottle Cap Rain. Which is what the Malter tutorial specifically teaches the player to do. And odds are good that they'll run into, like, at least one other, egg during it. And the eggs have super low health. Like, honestly, we'll just make it like 2. So the lowest possible amount of bottle cap rain damage will be enough to break them. So that is the intended way of winning this fight. Is that when she lays the eggs, Malter uses a bottle cap rain and immediately breaks them before they're able to hatch. So this test is going to be, if you break the egg, does the trigger still cause it to completely recover and transform? That's what this test is going to be about. Okay. Malter, you're going to need line goes up. I just have to do that in the battle testing, because in the battle test, you don't actually start with any money. You have no currency. Okay. Cool. Okay, this is perfect for testing. Malter is bound. So if I trigger the 60% now, we can see if Malter comes out of it before the egg hatches. Okay, a little too slow to tell, but... Alright, the Worm Queen laid an egg. The egg is hatching. It's not really supposed to be hatching yet. That's okay. The egg is about to hatch. Okay. Alright, Malter might. Bottle cap rain. And we're just gonna spend 65. Break it. Worm Queen laid an egg. The other egg is not coming back. The other egg is not transforming. That's what I was worried about happening. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, bottle cap rain. And this time we're just gonna rain hell down. This actually worked exactly the way I needed it to. Oh my god. It actually worked. It actually worked. Holy crap. Okay. Then let's just make sure both eggs hatch like they're supposed to. And this time we'll have Malter Might at level 6, where he'll actually have like a different skill. Or is supposed to? Why don't you have the bottle cap flip? Yeah, you're supposed to know cap flick at level 6. Why don't you know... Oh, because it's magic. Right. No, it's Bottlecraft. It is specifically a Bottlecraft skill. Okay. I just want to make sure that the cap flick is not able to deal damage to the eggs. Okay. Alright. So, 1 Dr. Pepper for you, Maltermite. Ryu, just keep doing your thing. Well, Malter appears to be bound by the Worm Queen. Okay, Worm Queen laid an egg. Does Maltermite recover in time to actually solve this? I don't think he does. Okay. So that's a problem. How much does Cat Flip do? It's not much. Okay. Okay. I am actually completely happy with how that works. I am completely satisfied with that. It's not a terribly difficult fight, but it's got a good degree of randomness to it. I don't think... I'm actually going to make a note to myself to adjust the way that Rhea's Draconic Resilience works. I really don't want it to be able to just endlessly stack with itself. So we're going to add fix Ryu's Resilience to add a defensive boosting state. Okay. So now that I actually have a boss, we are going to put it here. So we're just gonna like put a spire, like just a rock spire there. And I'm actually going to copy some of the stuff from my first boss fight. Okay. So this is going to be the Worm Queen. And some kind of a monster sprite, I guess. Ah, screw it. We'll just go with this. Okay. Worm Queen, action button. So here is the stuff that I wanted to copy. Okay. So first we're going to change the battle music. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so Malter's just gonna be like... Look out, here comes trouble. Cool. And then that will lead to a transfer point out of the mines. And specifically here, I think. I think I like this one. This is a cool piece of music. Okay. All right. So it's not the most fun, but I think it's important that the game be beatable without doing the side content. So, forward, forward, forward. Forward, forward, forward. And then gather followers. Whoop. Gather followers. Okay. So I need to try and make it through these mines using pretty much nothing more than what the characters have right now, which is going to suck a little bit. Alright, so this should work where they gather now. There we go. Okay, now the characters don't get stuck in the gate. Alright, off we go. So we're just gonna walk, walking through walls. Because I'm in debug mode, and that's just a thing I can do. Alright, so random encounters should now be turned on for this entire area. Random encounters are turned on for this entire area. Ryu. Cool. Let's activate enrichment. Just to double your rewards. Okay. Okay. Decent chunks of damage. That's a good attack from Malter. Very good. Alright. The double rewards is working, I believe. Oh, the cavern crabs! Hello, my friends! Go fireball! Damn. These things can take a hit. Cool. Bottle of Pepsi. Good. $300 bottle caps. Cavern crabs. Okay. Failing to escape works. Not bad. Let's do the enrichment. Toxic Bubbles is working as intended. Ooh. Good. Not bad at all. Let's heal up a little. So there's one more treasure up here. We got more cavern crabs. Hey Malter, why don't you make some money? 496 bottle caps. Not bad. I really might need to go in and actually, like, manually lower the volume of almost all the animations. Because the animations are so damn loud. Oh. Is this where the treasure is? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, Maltermite is a little sick of this, so Maltermite's just gonna go for the bottle cap rain. I got a fair amount of money, and for only 10% of my money, I can nearly kill the entire enemy. Beautiful. Okay. You found a bottle of Pepsi Monster. Alright, so that all works. Let's get to the big fight. We'll be alright. Look out, here comes trouble. Okay, this is boss fight. This is the official boss fight. We're gonna start with enrichment. Ryu, do your thing. Firebolt. Nice. Okay. Go for the bites. Not bad. Worm Queen laid an egg. Okay. Maltermite's going to go for the Bottle Cap Rain. And straight for 380. Not bad. Thatcher, heal us up a little. Go, Malter. Worm Queen laid an egg. Alright, this one I'm gonna let hatch. Because I want to make sure it works properly. Thatcher... I think Thatcher's gonna have to be on heal. Okay, Thatcher is definitely not on heal duty. Alright, get him. Okay, Worm Hatchling. Cool. Bottle Cap Rain. 300. Worm Queen is down. Ryu, go! Go, Malter! Let's heal. Okay. You know what? That worked. That absolutely worked. So this is going to be my new, like, primary save as we go forward. That was absolutely beautiful. Okay, is there like any way I can just flat out... Oh, okay, yeah, the sounds for these things. So at some point, I'm going to have to go through these and basically turn down the volume on 120 different animations just because they're all so loud. I'm going to add that to my notes. The notes that I keep closing for some reason. Go. Project. Notes. Okay, to-do list. Decrease volume of all animations. That's gonna take a bit. We have also now finished designing the mine boss fight. Okay. And it's gonna be a pain in the ass because some of these have so many sounds on them. And the sounds can already vary in volume. Oh my god, it's gonna be a nightmare. Honestly, over the next week, I might go in here and do like 20 a day, because this is gonna be hell. I also want to make sure that the Worm Queen, once per battle, at the end of turn 1, we are going to change it. How do I do that? Wait. I remember now how to do it. Okay. So there's a specific thing you can add. The collapse effect. Here we go. So now, when the Worm Queen dies, it has a special, like, a longer fade-out animation, which is good. And we can actually give that to the gorilla with a bunch of guns as well. I actually need to look at this. Alright. So to do gorilla with a lot of guns, the white, I'm actually going to have to, like, just load this thing up into GIMP and invert the image at some point. Okay. So now we've got this this snowy area here. And while we are at it, there's something important that I can do. So this is 52. Okay, so at 52, uh, 52 to 43. Okay. There we go. So the world map actually wraps around. So I am going to add an area that you walk to the north. We'll just say it's like 3 in the center, centered on 48. So, like that. Okay. There we go. Cool. And we'll just add a couple snowy trees. Hello, Ella and Alice. Welcome to the stream. I am about to build a snowy mountain. And we'll just add a few glacier features here and there. We will adjust this so that there is a clear path to the north. No, not a tabletop RPG, I'm afraid. And drop that. Oof, no, that doesn't look so good. Oh, those are clouds. Ooh. No, that doesn't work. Just a bit of glacier. What kind of RPG are you making? Well, I take suggestions from chat or from comments for the videos, literally from anyone, and then I try to integrate as many ideas or as many things as people like or suggest as I possibly can. That is what I am building. So far, all the healing potions are Pepsi. And the second town in the world has a giant metal spire coming out of it that reaches higher than anyone can possibly see. The first boss is a gorilla with a bunch of guns, and we've just gotten a party member who is kind of a Walter White parody. So yeah, it's a pretty normal RPG, I'd say. I need some way, like something that leads like up into the mountain. Any snow towns in this area? Not on this side of the mountains. When you go through the other side of the mines, that way will lead to a snow town. But this whole area is just going to be like rural and rustic. Oh, hello, Vendrix. Pleasure to see you there as well. How do I make... I guess that's like the best I can do. There's gotta be a better looking option here. I mean, I could put this here and then like put that there, or I need something to indicate like an entrance to this mountain. That's a bit too big. What is your core concept for the game? The core concept... So I haven't really talked about this much, but aside from all the suggestions, aside from integrating whatever ideas people can come up with, my basic core idea of the game is you have a dragon who was raised with people, who's going out now and exploring the world and learning about their heritage and coming into their own draconic power. That's basically as much as I've got as far as like an actual like proper concept goes. I mean, I could add a rainbow. Yeah, I really need something that I can use as like an entrance to the snowy area. I mean, that kind of works. What's been done so far, Vendrix? We have a boss fight. Yeah, coming of age and discovery of identity. Yes. We have a boss. It's a worm. And if you don't take out its eggs, the fight gets really damn hard. And honestly, that's most of what I've done so far today. I kind of like this chasm here. That sort of works as an entrance to a mountain. I really may just have to do the cave. There really may not be like a better way to do that. You got combat to your game? Yeah. Basic ATB gauge. Basic ATB gauge. Side view. Really just the default system of the game. Nothing particularly special or mind-blowing there. I only know how to tweak the RPG Maker system so far. Alright, let me take a look at this. You make this game to learn? I mean, I'm always building things to improve my skills, but I've actually been using different versions of RPG Maker for about 20 years now. The first one I ever used was RPG Maker 2003. I mean, it's not great, but I really think that's about the best I can do for just an entrance to the mountains, short of just plopping that somewhere, and that really doesn't look all that good. And I don't want the player to walk on these. These are like frozen lakes. Actually, that might be the solution to all my problems here. Okay. Let's keep expanding it, have it look like this. So now I can drop like a frozen lake here. And then have that at the base of what is very obviously like a very big mountain range. I think that'll work. You made me fully fleshed out games before. A few. I've never done anything commercial, but the last game that I made, I actually finished up earlier this year, and I can show you that. Have you ever heard of E. Nasir and his really shitty copper? Have you ever heard of that meme? Because I basically made an entire game centered around that meme. And that was the project that I finished earlier this year. And it's available. I mean, you can play it on itch.io. We've got the URL that right there. Yeah, I made this one. I started this last year. I finished it this year. But yeah, this was my last project. Around 1750 BC, a dissatisfied customer wrote a letter of complaint to a copper merchant. No one knows how the situation was resolved or if it ever was. Until now. Yeah, you can definitely play this. Let me drop. Let me actually drop my detail here in the chat. Yeah, if you go there, that's my itch.io page, and that's where this project, as well as Copper Quest, can be found. I still don't think people have managed to find every ending to Copper Quest, though. I actually think there are some endings to Copper Quest no one's found yet. So, yeah, good luck with that. The mechanics on that one are not terribly forgiving. But anyway, back to this. To avoid player confusion, we can get rid of that and just add another couple trees here. Okay. Let's actually start building a snowy mountain. And you're going to start going into it across a frozen lake. So this is going to be outside themed. Is the worm the boss for the bottle cap mines? Yes, it is, Vendrix. The worm is the boss for the bottle cap mines. So the first thing we need is like a snowfield. Okay, that works. Yeah, that'll be the battle back for this area. There will be a parallax in the higher areas. Ooh, oh, that's beautiful. Whoops, I hit cancel. Let's try that again, but this time with less failure. We're just gonna make this like 100 by 100. We're just gonna call it, the snowy mountains. Sure. That is a lot of stuff I'm seeing right now. Okay. And we're going to start down here. Don't worry, these mountains are not going to be like immediately visible or anything. That's not what's going to happen here. I do need background music for this. Ah, nope. That's too much. That's not bad. No. Definitely not. Maybe. No, I'm looking for a specific kind of vibe. There we go, there we go. That subtle hint of bells in the background. This is the vibe I'm going for. Okay, perfect. Okay, so on this tile set, that is not walkable. I need to see if that stuff is animated or not. This is important. Transfer mountains. Alright, I need to see if this frozen water is animated or if it's fixed. Okay, is animated. Is there a way I can work around that? What's this stuff? Oh, it's like snowy bushes. Ooh. Ooh, that might work. That might work. can I make a path by using a craggly texture to make it look like parts of the water are frozen? I can. Okay. What do you guys think? Does that kind of look like I'm walking across like a frozen part of the water? Even though the rest of it's animated? I think that might be about the best option I can do for this first area. Because I don't see a tile set that's otherwise really going to work for just like an ice field. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So, in that case, we're going to start this with a big frozen lake. Just a big frozen lake nestled against like a cold alpine forest. Okay. Okay. And then up here, we're actually going to have a cliff. So here is the problem with using these auto tiles for cliffs. They really don't like to cooperate. But I'm sure I can make it work. I'm no slouch when it comes to this stuff. Bop, bop. And just a bit of a bop here. Okay. So now I need ooh. No, that looks much better. Looks like nice thick forest. No, that's like artificial construction forest. That's not quite the kind of vibe I'm going for. This is a bit hard when I don't have like a proper snowy I need to take a look if I've got like a snowy... like a snowy tile set in one of my other systems. Okay. So that is... No, that's outside A4, A5. Okay. I might be able to integrate this. Maybe. Okay, that's... outside A4, copy. I might be able to copy a file from RPG Maker MV into MZ and use it that way. Okay, come on, work with me here. Where is this saved? Okay, it's in... Oh. Wait, hold on. Alright, my big problem here is that I need more freedom in what I am actually building here. Okay. Does that give me enough to work with? Not really. Okay. I was not expecting this to be the part of the snowy mountain build that gave me trouble. Okay. Okay. All right. I know what I can do here. This is going to take a bit of image manipulation. No, that's really not going to work either. Ah, damn. Okay. So the problem I have is that I have all of these tiles for green and desert. They are completely, like, I have each individual part that I can work with. With the snowy bits, I only have these 2 tiles to work with, and they're just going to fill themselves in automatically. Which unfortunately means that if I try to put anything into them, it's going to try to cut it off. I may still be able to work with that. If not, I'm going to have to like actually adjust the tile set itself before I can easily make this work. Which is not all that difficult to do, if I'm being honest. Okay. So, at least you can walk up here easily enough. So, I can make dips and valleys. Alright. But the first thing we're going to have on this side is not just that. The first thing we're going to do is have a little bit more of like a forest puzzle. And then that is what is going to lead up to the mountain. So it's going to be a little bit scuffed, but I think the effect overall will still work. Okay. So we're just going to have the snowfield go up like that. And then the cliffs, they start here. Okay, and this is going to be the first height of the cliffs. And then from there, they get higher. Okay. So I think I can still give the relative illusion of scaling, like an increasing height. So it'll go over here. And then down a small way. And then we'll have the path loop around a bit. And then some more tall cliffs. Okay. I mean, I guess this kind of works. It's a bit awkward. If, like, in complete honesty, this is just a bit awkward. Uh but I think I can make it work. Have like some little snow drifts here. And like some nice plants. I can sort of put those here. We have like a little bit of stone. Like it's showing like an old trail or something. So the rest of this is basically just going to have to come down to like detail work. Which unfortunately is not always easy. Well, we won't decorate that part yet, but here we go. Hopefully some trees along the path will sort of help break up the fact that the terrain build itself is not really all that great. Put a few like disruptions in the snow. Maybe like a couple bushes. And a couple like frozen rocks or something. Okay. This might work. So now I need like the the path of ice across the lake that you have to follow. There we go. And we'll just sort of have like a few dotted areas around. My hope is that it will seem enough like just areas where the water is frozen solid and cracked that it'll somewhat feel natural. And making the mountain snow, you are absolutely right. We're going to make the mountain snow. We are adding the snow effect instantly, and it's going to be relatively powerful. And we're also going to give it sunset colors. Okay. And then when you leave the mountains, it is also going to change the tent back to normal. And it will turn off the weather effect. Okay. So I don't have the highest hopes for how this is going to look, but let's give it a try. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, that actually kind of, like, I'm looking at this. My eyes are telling me that this is cracked ice. Like, my eyes are telling me that this is ice. And not just, like, a texture of a crag. Okay. And we've got the difference in tone. That's great. And we should be able to go up and down these mountains. Just ignore the background for now. That's going to be covered. And yep, there is the problem. Okay. So I'm going to have to patch, like... Okay, it doesn't like cutting... Okay. Alright, I see how that is. I can work around that. Honestly, I kind of like the feel of that. I kind of like the feel of that. So... if I do this... No, it doesn't like... Okay. What if I do something as simple as that? What if I just change all of these to be passable? Does that make any difference? Every time I build a mountain, I have some kind of new issue. Okay. Boom! That works. Ah, that is a slight problem. Okay. 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 We can't let that be passable. So we need something here that makes this passable. Okay. Okay. This might solve my problem. If I can just use this block to break the transition points. And with the screen tinting, that might be almost invisible. That is absolutely almost invisible with the screen tint. Okay. Alright, that works. Okay, so now I know how to make different sections of mountain that are relatively believable. Okay. So we just add that. Okay. It's not the most elegant thing. But it does work. So I'm not going to be able to make mountains as complex as I wanted to. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be as complex a mountain design as I wanted it to be. But at least it is something. Okay. Um... Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is have a snowy patch here. Maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about the design process all wrong. Maybe all I really need to do is just get the boundary layers marked. Yeah, this does kind of work. It is definitely a bit awkward. But instead of building mountain tops like here, if I build canyon areas like this, I think it will work a lot better. So why don't I focus on designing canyon areas? One, two, three, one, two, three. One, two, three, one, two, three. I think my entire approach to building mountains might have actually been very wrong for years. Now that I'm thinking less about creating the illusion that you're on top of something and worrying more about creating the illusion that you're going through like canyons where you're like surrounded on the sides by stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it that way, this actually is coming together a lot easier. Okay. Okay. So I want to make sure it's a little more thick here. Okay. I think that's just genuinely better. I'm coming up on the 3-hour mark, so I'm gonna be done soon. But I want a look at how this feels. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this still works. This still feels like going through, like, a mountain path. Okay. Yeah. All right. I think that process of design is going to work. It just needs a little more love and attention paid to it. More decoration. I need a solid white parallax since these things are technically not covering their own corners. And this is as much of the map as I have filled up so far with this one. So there's still a lot more to build, but I can definitely do stuff like this very easily. I think I like that. I want to actually see something. I want to actually see like a snowy dungeon. See how it's built into like the game's default assets, just to see if I can find just some kind of an outdoor winter effect. Ooh, dang, that's a nice bar. A snow fortress, a snow castle. Okay, a snow town. Like, how does it actually do it in its default assets? Okay. Yeah, so they just flat use them as wall textures. Like I thought. Alright. Oh, there's a shift. Huh. Hold on, you can save these as images? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to actually check this out. Save as an image. Holy crap. It actually will just straight up let you save a PNG. Well, that might make my future Dungeons and Dragons map designs a little bit easier, I must say. I'm really glad I noticed that feature and decided to click on it. That is good to know. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to do for today's stream. It's been just shy of 3 hours now. So, to recap, this has been my 5th week of the RPG Maker community project. This week, I was able to create a good complex boss fight with the worm boss in the mines, who lays a couple of eggs, which, if they are not dealt with, will actually hatch into worm hatchlings. I did a lot of minor bug fixes all around. I added a lore center to the information center where you can actually learn more about all of the areas of the world as you unlock them. I got some skills taken care of. I got a lot of stuff adjusted. Honestly, today was mostly about little adjustments more than anything else. There was a lot of stuff. I've also begun working on the next major area, the snowy mountaintops, and had to fight against the map editor for a while before it finally started doing what I wanted it to. But yeah, I think I've gotten it now where I'll actually be able to make it work moving forward. You come in here, you come across this cracked ice path, you start climbing the mountains, you're making the way toward the site where Ryu's family nested. And honestly, that's really about it. There was just a lot of little things that had to be fixed today. A lot of bug fixing went on. And we've got some ideas for stuff that we are going to work on in the future. And I'm going to have to go in and decrease the volumes of everything in the animations list, which is a lot. There's 120 of them, and a lot of them have multiple sounds, all of which I have to quiet down. So that's going to be fun to figure out. Uh, yeah, okay. I think that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. I'm gonna go lay down now.